Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to School Science. My name is Luke and this is the Everton Stadium update for the 16th of March 2024. Now I do apologise for this one being a little bit later than usual, so a lot of stuff's happening at the moment, a lot of work and everything like that. But I'm always going to try and endeavour to get this video out to you, whether it be on time or a little bit late. I mean, last week it was a couple of days late due to the fact that we had a bit of unfortunate weather trying to stop me from getting these videos out. But thankfully, this time you've got commentary as well. I know some people enjoy the commentary, some people don't enjoy the commentary, so every now and then I will do one which just the music and you can just enjoy the video. Not having to listen to this little guy chat on. But yeah, as we go over to the site today, so not too much has happened around the east stands or anything like that, so it's mostly just filling in work. So you've got a lot of the facade and getting work done to it, you've got insides of the east stands getting work done to it, but most of the work right now around the east stand and the fan plaza is on the fan plaza, so it's mostly just the brickwork that's going to be continuing, as well as the lights getting installed. So I have driven past here overnight and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I haven't seen any of the lights going on, which is a little bit disappointing, but to be honest though, I'm expecting that not to be the case for the time being. There's not going to be any lights or anything like that over the course of the coming future. I'll probably say for the next couple of months, just to the fact that I don't even think the wire's in. So if anyone's actually been down Regent Roads or even Blackstone, you'll notice that the roads themselves are blocked off because they are actually doing wiring work and everything like that. So that's more than likely going to be the electrical stuff being taken from the main grid and brought onto the stadium itself. But yeah, as we do progress across the fan plaza at the moment, the main thing that, as you can notice, is, well, obviously you probably noticed the barrel cladding. So that stuff will be getting put in the near future. Once they've done the west side of it, so you will actually see that further down this video, that will be getting installed. And you can see that they've got a lot of the brickwork and everything ready to be laid out. So it's more of just a matter of time rather than an if for this one. I'm going to make a little assumption on this one and say by the end of April, I would like to see a fair bit more of the fan plaza done. I wouldn't expect it to be done. I would expect that to be completed roughly around September to October when we are done and dusted. I wouldn't expect this one to be done before anything else, just for the fact that you're going to have vehicles and everything moving out before you can really finish this off, just for the fact that it would more than likely damage you if you'd have certain heavy goods vehicles, sorry, I'm tripping over my words here today, moving across these things. But yeah, we're going to move over now to the south stands. So last week when we actually did the south stands, you would have probably noticed one of the cranes was actually in operation over there, and that was getting the specialised glass put into place. So this week we can actually really take a nice little look over where the glass and everything is and actually enjoy the fact that they've got the specialised glass coming into place now. So that sort of stuff is like your stuff that specialises around the corners, as well as your top layer of glass that's going to be on this, where it's going to be where the wall meets the roof. So that sort of stuff isn't like your generic glass that you've got running across the main body of it. It's going to be cut a very specific way so that it's nice and tightly locked. And this itself would probably actually be a decent little wind barrier if we ever get a southerly or northerly. So if you're sitting in any of them respective stands, you shouldn't really get blasted by wind behind you. Now, I'm going to speak from experience on this one. When I was in the West Ham Stadium, so their stadium itself has a little bad habit of that. So we were sitting in the top of the away end and there was a bit of wind hitting the back of the stadium. And that wind was actually bleeding through and you could feel the winds coming from both your front and your back, which wasn't really a great experience. So this, being able to block it, would be greatly appreciated by the fans. I can tell you that for nothing. But yeah, also as we move across right now, you will probably see, well, you will actually see a nice little sneak peek of the west stand as well. You won't see any of the barrel cladding as of yet. That will be probably about the, I'll probably say around the 6.5 minute to 7 minute mark. Just looking at the editing timeline right now. But yeah, overall, South Stand's making its usual progress. I'm happy with the progress that's going on. And obviously, as we move across now, so we will actually go over and see it from the top down. You will have actually seen it in the lower side. You can actually see the seats and everything on the lower terraces. So they've kind of slowed down a little bit on them right now. But I would expect them to carry on with that over the course of the next few weeks. I don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm a little bit at a loss at the moment, just because right now, everything that's going on with Everton has just got me in a bit of a... It's not a great time to be an Evertonian right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're doing okay. In the sense of our defence is doing alright. Our midfield's doing alright. But our final product is absolutely dreadful right now. We're at a Sunday League level when it comes to our finishing quality. We seem to be scared to sort of take that shot and take a risk, which is... It's kind of frustrating to see, to be honest. You would expect players of this caliber to be making them sort of shots and everything, but unfortunately, they're just not doing it, and things need to change. Now, granted, Sean Dyche has got them over in Portugal at the moment, and he's actually absolutely working them to the bone, so hopefully when they come back and we take on Bournemouth, we're able to sort of put them up to the grindstone, and we're able to actually get more than one goal in the game, and hopefully keep a clean sheet. But yeah. That's me Everton tangent. We're going to move across now to the West Stand. Now, you're probably wondering, why have I not gone to like the generic sort of style and with this, where it's like West Stand and then upper? I just feel like this is more of an enjoyable sort of thing. So I want to actually do this pan around so you can see everything in more detail. Now, I've made a little note. I've made an effort to try and make sure the media gantry gets in there as well. So that little piece there, I've probably said this in previous videos, but it does slip my mind every now and then, so I'm just going to mention it here. So that's going to be for all like live footage and live content that gets done on site. So that's going to be the likes of Sky Sports, TNT Sports, Amazon, ITV when the FA Cup comes to Bramley Moor Dock, as well as the BBC if they do some of the games. I believe they do. I'm not 100% certain. But yeah. As we're moving across now and coming forward, you can also see that the stairway is actually making great progress. Again, if you actually go to Mr. Drone UK, Nick, his video, he actually covers this West Stand in really good detail. So he talks about, well, he actually talks via a third party almost. So it's someone that's actually provided some content that he's actually used on his video. And he's explained it in really great detail. So he's talked about how so the waterway is going to be there, but it's unfortunately not going to be usable by boats. They're going to have pipeways, so they're going to be able to funnel water from the one dock in through Bramley Moor Dock and then back over to Wellington Dock. So it's going to still be a flowing water system, but unfortunately, the bridges are going to be locked, so they're not going to have ships or boats being able to actually, you know, channel through them, and that could be seen in two different lights. It can be a good thing and it can also not be such a good thing. But yeah, one thing to note as well, so you can actually see it here, which is a good example. So we've got, as we go across the north stand right now, you can actually see the glass. It does cover that top piece, and you can see one piece is missing, so that'll probably get put in this week hopefully. And as we're going along right now, so they're doing a lot of work down there. Now there's one thing to note as well. Down in the bottom there is actually like a massive like roller shutter piece, so it's actually blends in with the facade and everything, so it's actually got brick and black facade on there, so when you walk past it you won't notice it immediately. So if anyone's ever been across Anfield, you actually have something similar there. It's just basically a massive shutter door, so that whenever they need to either bring something in, normally it's stuff to do with concessions and everything like that, so you know, like all your food, drinks and everything like that, the trucks can literally just go in, offload and get off. So this will be a similar situation probably for Everton. So they'll probably have it for trucks. Like, now, bear in mind as well, when it comes to this stadium, it's not just a stadium dedicated solely to football. We are going to be using this for a multitude of things. So it's going to be for music events, sporting events. I've heard a lot of different things, boxing nights, UFC nights, and everything like that. So what will happen is you'll have things that are specific for those sort of events, so it'll make it a lot easier for them to get them into the stadium, and hopefully we're able to make Bramley-Moore Dock the main place to go to for these sort of events. Just think if you were to get, say, I don't know, Adele or Taylor Swift having a concert, it's going to be at Bramley-Moore Dock rather than at the M&S Arena or at Anfield or anywhere like that. It's going to be Bramley-Moore Dock that's going to be the place to go to. That would be great, not just for the club, but for the city itself, because this is a modern, up-to-date stadium, which will have all the latest facilities and everything, so it's going to be a really great time to actually go and enjoy these sorts of things. And with the amount of seats in there, you'd be able to fit a lot more, because you'd be able to just, you know, do the flat floor situation, and you'd be able to have the music stage there, you'd be able to have, like, your standard stadium seats and everything. I mean, hell, if they wanted to be cheeky about it, or, well, I say cheeky, if they wanted to be clever about it, they could have it so that the event is basically slap bang in the middle where the center circle is, and then from there, you basically have the entire surround and seats occupied by people, as well as seats surrounding it by where the pitch would be. Now, I have went so far off tangent here, and I do sincerely apologize. But I would also like to say a massive thank you for sticking through this video if you are here at this point. Also, if you want to leave any feedback or anything like that, please feel free to do it on the channel. Put it in the comment section below if you like it. You know what to do. Hit that like button and all that. But in any case, guys, I hope you all have a great week. Take care and peace.